10 News begins with breaking news.
We are showing you live images here. This is Pacific Highway under the interchange where the 8 and the 5 meet. And you can see we've been following this for you for the last 45 minutes or so. And the guy in the basket stretcher there was on top of the building behind these firefighters. He fell, it seems, from that overpass, but it's not clear exactly what happened there, just that he had ended up on that roof. See that where it says secure self-storage? He was on there and they had to get him down. And this has been something that people have been talking about because look what the street there, it's completely blocked off.
Right in Old Town right there. We're going to let you know his injuries and the latest with that commute with Renee in a second. But changes in our forecast right now coming, Megan.
Yeah, a touch cooler today. Right. We're going to see a few more clouds, but overall a very comfortable day out there. Heading into tomorrow, things change quite a bit, and all of it due to this rain in the Pacific Northwest starting to shift south. They've been seeing flooding rains. That system is going to weaken as it reaches our area, but we're going to see rain and wind pickup as we head into tomorrow. Right now, beautiful sunrise. La Jolla checking in at 59 degrees. Along the coastline, 73 this afternoon, so a touch cooler, but still well above average for this time of the year. Inland areas up to 78 degrees and likely one of our last days to dress in layers for a while. Coming up in 10 minutes, I'll have weather where you live in the Poway area. Renee.
Hey, Megan, thanks. Let's get over to that breaking news that Virginia said we've been following for about 45 minutes. This is on Pacific Highway under the 8 and the 5 interchange. Our 10 News breaking news tracker is out there on the scene. Paul, can you let us know what's happening right now? Looks like they have finally got him down.
Yeah, he's finally been arrested. Looks like it's possibly an elderly male. Police are telling me that man told them that he was wandering up here along the freeway overcrossing, and he got dizzy, disoriented, and he actually fell onto that self-storage building you see over there in the background. Don't know the extent of his injuries. He could have been up there for as long as 3 hours, they're saying. Someone said they actually saw him hanging upside down from that overpass. And you can see he's being put in the ambulance now to be taken to the hospital.
And you said that Pacific Highway right there closed in both directions. Are they expecting that to let up soon?
They're expecting to be closed for at least the next 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously, now that they've got him down, they're still going to have to clear the road of all these emergency vehicles.
Okay, Paul, thanks. We're going to keep our eye on that. If we can grab Sky 10 real quick as over the area as well. And I've been watching them pan in and out of this shot. It doesn't look like it's causing any major problems or backups on the 8 or on the 5 right in this direct area. But again, we're going to keep our eye on it. I'll bring you an update in just a little bit, guys.
All right, thank you, Renee. We also have breaking news in Linda Vista. Police have been searching Carson Elementary School after somebody broke in and took computer equipment. 10 News reporter Jared Aarons is there live. So, Jared, what does this mean for school today?
Well, Virginia, school is still open as scheduled. These doors will open at 7 a.m., but some of these students, well, they won't have the laptops or the iPads that they're used to using. Police were searching this school for a couple hours this morning after the break-in. Even with search dogs, we saw one officer carry out a couple of bags of evidence earlier this morning. They say someone pried open a side door and then broke into a cabinet to steal the computer equipment. Officers say they found a crowbar and also some wood chips and keyboards scattered across a classroom. School police saw the break-in on surveillance cameras. They called police. By the time they got here, the thief had run off. Police tell us the suspect is a Hispanic male. He was wearing a dark hoodie and dark pants. They hope to use cameras like that one that you see right there by the door to get a better look at the suspect and help them find him. Live in Linda Vista, Jared Aarons, 10 News.
Thank you, Jared. 6:34, breaking overnight. Man carjacked an Uber driver, then crashed that car right in front of the lobby of the Marriott downtown. Then he ran inside. 10 News reporter Marie Cornell is there live. So, Marie, how did a guest get involved catching this guy?
Well, Virginia police, they really needed a lot of help because they had a lot of grounds to cover. Let me step out of the way and show you. So there are 2 towers, 25 stories high each. This guy disappeared in there until he started knocking and banging on a guest door. That guest called security. Officers showed up. They had to tase him, but they did get him into custody.
I don't want to die right now. I'm only 29 years old.
And that's all this man had to say after police arrested him. Officers say he punched this Uber driver in the face and drove off in his car. The man ended up crashing right in front of the front doors of the Marriott downtown, hitting another Uber driver. The guy ditched the car and ran into the hotel where he was found and arrested. Now, at last check, the guy was being looked at the hospital, which we're told by police is routine when someone is tased. Then he is heading straight to jail. Live from downtown, Marie Cornell, 10 News.
New this morning, we're getting a look at the moments right before the attack in San Bernardino. You see this picture here. That right there is Julie Paez. She's receiving an Employee of the Year award at that holiday party that was taking place at the Inland Regional Center. Paez, she's a San Diego native there. She sent that photo in a text to her family during the gathering. But then, moments later, she sends another text message saying, quote, "Love you, was shot." Perez's niece says her aunt was shot twice, her pelvis was shattered, her bladder ruptured, but she is now recovering.
6:36, a bill that would make it harder for certain people to travel here to the U.S. is in the hands of senators now. The House passed the bill yesterday. The measure requires people to get visas to enter the U.S. if they've been in Iraq or Syria in the previous 5 years. The Senate may try to put that measure in a spending bill that needs to be passed by Friday to avoid a government shutdown.
Now to an ABC exclusive this morning. Donald Trump defending his comments about Muslims.
Are you a bigot?
Not at all. Probably the least of anybody you've ever met.
In an exclusive on-camera interview with Barbara Walters, Trump explains the idea for the ban is a direct result from the attacks on the World Trade Center and last week's shooting in San Bernardino. He goes on to defend his comments.
Do you regret your ban on Muslims, which some people think is un-American?
Not at all. We have to do the right thing. Somebody in this country has to say what's right. I have great respect and love. I have people that I have tremendous relationships with. They're Muslim. And Barbara, they agree with me 100%. It's short term. Let our country get its act together.
Trump also said his views are respected because people understand he's educated on the issue. You can catch more Barbara Walters' interview with Donald Trump on Good Morning America right after 10 News this morning. So today the Supreme Court will take up the case for the second time that challenges the use of race in college admission decisions. The white student who brought the case to the high court says the University of Texas at Austin admitted a less qualified minority student instead of her, but the school says that's not true. Her grades and test scores just weren't good enough. The court's decision could have a major impact on colleges' affirmative action policies. In California, law prohibits public colleges from considering race in admissions.
For the first time ever, Russia hit ISIS targets in Syria with missiles launched from a submarine. Take a look at the video showing the launch from the Mediterranean Sea. Russian President Vladimir Putin says those missiles hit the Islamic State's weapons stores and a factory that prepares mines. Russia began launching airstrikes against targets in Syria at the end of September.
We want to show you this new type of Christmas light display. It's causing a lot of trouble in the skies. You see, an American Airlines pilot reported being flashed by a laser from a holiday display just like this. A Dallas police helicopter traced the beam back to a home, which was about 22 miles east of DFW Airport. One former pilot says this new display with lasers, bad idea.
First of all, they're endangering people's lives, and second of all, they're endangering people's health, and third, they themselves could wind up criminal prosecution.
Yeah, you think you're being festive, but you actually could be doing something very dangerous. The FAA telling people don't buy these laser lights, and if you do buy them, make sure they're pointed at the house, not up into the sky. So that's the deal there.
Yeah, because if you point up at the sky, what's going to do to Santa and his reindeer?
Right. I mean,
right? You're not going to get
dangerous.
presents because
Exactly,
it puts you on the naughty list.
Hey, we got to get to Renee because we do
Yeah.
have a situation going on in Old Town. You're checking on traffic there?
That's right. We've been following this for the last 45 minutes, and a man falls from the 8 onto the building on the Pacific Highway. It's been really dramatic video we've been watching all morning. I don't know if we were able to get our 10 News breaking news tracker was on the scene earlier. If we can go to him right now. Hey, Paul, I saw that they moved that guy off of the building. How are we doing now?
Yeah, they've got him down. He's on his way to the hospital, but as you can see, they still have Pacific Highway shut down here because obviously all those emergency trucks are still in the roadway. So it's going to be closed for at least the next 15 to 20 minutes while they clean up. I don't know the condition of that man, but he did tell authorities that he was walking along the freeway overpass up there, and he got disoriented and fell off on that building. He may have been up there for as long as 3 hours.
Okay, and if you look at the left-hand side of your screen right here, I'm going to kind of zoom in. This area is on the 8-5 interchange right underneath on the Pacific Highway there. That road blocked in both directions. We are expecting that to clear up here shortly, and we'll get back over to Paul and get you a look at that scene. Guys?
And today, starting off on a cool note, 48 degrees in Poway right now at St. Michael's School, and Encinitas checking in at 59 at Capri Elementary School. Look at that shot over our Del Mar sky cam. The pink sky starting off this morning. Yesterday it was more blue. Lots of colors out there painting the skies. A high wind watch goes into effect tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock through Friday evening for our mountain areas where we could see isolated gusts up to 70 miles per hour. That can easily do some property damage. So a cold windstorm is approaching as we head into Thursday, especially on Friday. 70s for most of the county today, and coming up in 10 minutes, we'll pinpoint when you can expect to see rain. Guys?
All right, thank you so much, Megan. 641, banning Kermit from kindergarten classes.
Why one teacher says the lessons the Muppets teach are just too graphic.
And for the first time, the wife of Josh Duggar talking about what she's been through. Coming up, an exclusive GMA look at how Anna Duggar is coping in the wake of her husband's scandals over sexual molestation and infidelity.
When news breaks, you'll see it on the Now San Diego at 4.
And if you weren't watching on Tuesday, here's what you missed.
Their son was hit by a car right here.
It is over in Escondido. A dramatic ending it was just within the last hour.
This is a sheared fire hydrant making a huge mess at Valley Parkway.
We understand that a press conference is about to get underway in San Bernardino.
We've also got more breaking news to tell you about coming in. Donald Trump says he'll travel to Jordan.
High surf advisory sending these huge waves.
If it's happening, it's on the Now San Diego.
On 10 News at 4.